Good morning, students. Welcome back in your SS class. Student, from last two video lecture, we have started our second chapter of history, that is nationalism in India. And this would be if you think about it, this would be the third part of this chapter. So let's start the things. Hope so, whatever I have taught you in the previous video lecture, you have learned each and everything very carefully. And it would be the most important chapter, and already we have studied this chapter in 8th standard also, right? Okay, my dear student, till now we have completed the introductory part of the chapter. After then we have studied about the First World War and the impact of the First World War over India and all over the world. Then we have studied the idea of satyagraha, which was coined by Mahatma Gandhi. And in this satyagraha, we have discussed that Mahatma Gandhi returned in India in 1915 from South Africa. In India, he had started three small movements, and by these three small movements, he became famous in all over India. Okay, these movements were very small. Mahatma Gandhi wanted that a mass movement would be there. So he wanted to organize a mass movement, but without Hindu and Muslim unity, it could not be happen. So Mahatma Gandhi wanted this type of situation and this type of chance so that mass movement could be happen. After that, we have discussed about Rowlatt Act, and this act was passed in 1919. And due to this act, government and police, it got enormous power so that the political activities could be repressed, could be removed, right? And due to this Rowlatt Act, classes was there, and due to these classes, there was a martial law which was imposed in Amritsar in 1919, and due to this martial law, on 13 April 1919, on the day of Baisakhi, there was a massacre in Jallianwala Bagh. We have studied all these things in the previous video lecture, right? From today's video lecture, we will start Khilafat movement, and we will see what is Khilafat movement and what are the features and why this movement was started. We will discuss this thing, right? So dear student, let's discuss about it, Khilafat movement. Dear student, I have told you that there was a First World War from 1914 to 1918, and in this situation, there are many countries who were defeated, and a harsh treaty it was imposed on them. Last year, we have discussed about the Nazi chapter of Germany related to Hitler, and Germany, it was also a defeated country. At the same time, there was also a defeated country that is called Turkey. It was also a defeated country during the First World War. And due to this Turkey, this Khilafat movement, it was started. So let's discuss about it. What is Khilafat movement and why it has been, why was it started in India? So dear student, in the First World War, Ottoman Turkey, it was defeated. If we think about Ottoman Empire, it means it was a Muslim empire, right? So in the First World War, Turkey, it was a defeated country. And there were rumors all over the world that a harsh treaty, and you can say a humiliating treaty, it would be imposed on all over the country who were defeated in First World War. Because Turkey, it was also defeated, so that's why a harsh treaty it would be imposed on Turkey. It means on Khalifa. If we think about Khalifa, this person was the Sultan of Turkey, and if we think about this Khalifa, it would be the spiritual head of the Muslim community in all over the world. It means the Muslim community in all over the world, they always feel, and you can say think that the Sultan of the Turkey, that person was considered the Khalifa, and it was the spiritual head of the Muslim community. All over the Muslim community, they think that that person is the spiritual guru of their community, right? So to protect the power of the Khalifa. To protect the power of Khalifa, a Khilafat committee, it was formed in 1919 in Mumbai. In 1919, a Khilafat committee, it was formed to defend the power of Khalifa. And this committee, it was formed by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, by two Ali brothers, right? So dear student, you have 1 marks question here that when was Khilafat committee established and where and by whom? So you have 3 questions in this line. So the Khilafat committee, it was organized and it was formed in 1919 in Mumbai by two Ali brothers, that is Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, and reason is why? To defend the power of Khalifa. To defend the power of Khalifa, because British Empire, because England, it was a winner in the during the First World War, and this harsh treaty it was imposed by this particular country also. So that's why to show their disagreement, to show their anger, this committee it was formed, right? Now, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, means these two Ali brothers, they went to meet Mahatma Gandhi about this movement. It means they wanted that Mahatma Gandhi would give a support towards this, you can say that toward this movement, this Khilafat movement. So they both went to meet Mahatma Gandhi about this movement. Now, Mahatma Gandhi wanted to start a mass movement, and without Hindu and Muslim unity, it could not be happened. So Mahatma Gandhi took this situation as an opportunity to bring Hindu and Muslim together, so that he could start a mass movement. So when Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, these two Ali brothers, went to meet Mahatma Gandhi about this movement, Mahatma Gandhi agreed this situation, because he wanted to bring Hindu and Muslim together, so that a mass movement could be started against Britishers. So Mahatma Gandhi agreed with the situation. So there would be a Congress session in September 1920. Remember this thing; it would be the most important session, and as per the map, it is also important. So map work is also important for this session. In Calcutta session, it was held in September 1920. Remember this thing: in September 1920, it was held. So Congress passed a resolution at this situation. Congress passed a resolution to start a non-cooperation movement with the support of Khilafat movement and Swaraj. Okay, so NCN, it means non-cooperation movement, it was started, right? Now, dear student, if you think about, you have 1 marks question regarding the non-cooperation movement. It means when was non-cooperation movement started? So it was launched, it was started in 1920. Remember this thing. And in the Congress session Calcutta session in September 1920, Congress passed the resolution that there would be a non-cooperation movement would be started with the support of Khilafat movement and Swaraj, right? But my dear student, question arises here: why this non-cooperation movement started? We could start another movement also. So we have one most important question: why we had to start this non-cooperation movement? So my dear student, as per Mahatma Gandhi, British rule, it is established in India just only due to the cooperation of India. According to Mahatma Gandhi, British rule, it was established in India due to the cooperation of Indian. If Indian refuse to cooperate them, British rule will end within a year. It was the thinking of Mahatma Gandhi, and according to Mahatma Gandhi, just only due to the cooperation of India, and you can say Indian, British rule is established in India. So if we refuse to cooperate them, it means their rule will be end automatically. So that's why this non-cooperation movement was started. Okay, and if the British rule will end, it means India would become independent. So that's why this non-cooperation movement it was started, because just only due to the cooperation of India, and you can say Indian people, the British rule it is established in India. It has covered all over India. It has gained power. It has you can say emerged as a big empire in India just only due to the cooperation of Indian. So if we refuse to cooperate them, it means their rule will end within a year and India would become a independent country, right? So that's why it has been started. Now, dear student, there is a different stages when the non-cooperation movement it was started, and it would be a most important question for you of 3 marks. That non-cooperation movement it has been started into different stages. What were these stages? So it would be the most important question. So the non-cooperation movement it is not started like a movement; it is started in different stages. So let's discuss about it. First of all, surrender of the title it was started. It means whatever the title awarded by the government to different people, first of all they surrender the title. Like Rabindranath Tagore, he has a title of Thakur and knighthood. First of all, he surrendered his title, all the titles. So whatever the titles it has been given to anyone and awarded by the government, first of all there was surrender of the titles, right? After then, boycott movement it was adopted. What was boycott? It means boycott of civil services. It means all the Indian people who were the member of the who were the civil servant, they leave their job, boycott of the army, boycott of the police, boycott of the court, boycott of the legislative council, schools, and you can say foreign goods. Everything was boycotted. This is the most important thing. It means civil servant, Indian civil servant, they left their job. The soldiers which were in the army of the Britishers, they left the job. Even police, they were also left the job. In court, all the Indian judges and all the Indian, you can say lawyers, they left their practice. They left their practice. Even the legislative council, it was also boycotted by the Indian member. Students, teachers, they leave the school at once. And the most important step, that is foreign goods, because due to these foreign goods, British Empire got a huge profit from India. So there was a boycott of foreign goods, right? So in this way, the non-cooperation movement, it was started into different stages. And these different stages, it is most important question for you. Remember this thing, right? Now there is a most important thing, and it would be most important for you. Congress, it supported non-cooperation movement, it started non-cooperation movement. But there are many members of Congress who did not support NCM, it means non-cooperation movement. Why? We have to discuss this thing, and it is very most important question for you. My dear student, council elections, this was scheduled in November 1920. It means in November 1920, there was a council election. And some Congress leader, they thought that if they were in power, they can defend and they can make changes in policies made by the Britishers within the council. Because any law, if it is passed, it will be passed in just only in the council. If they were the part of this council, they can protest against it, so that whatever law it is made, that can be protested, that can be stopped if it is illegal, or if you think about if it is against the Indian. So that's why they wanted to participate in the council election, which was held during November 1920. So there is a, you can say, hustle and bustle within the Congress. You can say that Congress people, they have two groups. Some wanted to participate in the movement and some don't want to participate in the movement because council elections was there, right? But due to NCM, it would create popular violence also. That's why they also did not want to participate in it. But finally, there was a Congress session again, and this Congress session, it is held in December 1920 in Nagpur. Remember this thing. The first one is September 1920, it is in Calcutta. And the second one is in December 1920, and it was held in Nagpur. And this Nagpur session, all the Congress people, all the Congress leaders, they all agreed with the non-cooperation movement. They all wanted that non-cooperation movement would be started. So, dear student, now December 1920, the session of Nagpur, it was decided that non-cooperation movement, it was adopted and it would be started. Right? This is the most important thing. Now, my dear student, non-cooperation movement, it was launched in 1920, but it is actively participated and it is actively started in 1921. This is the big reason. Because many Congress people, many Congress leaders, they did not want to support this NCM because they wanted to participate in the council election. That's why there is a problem within the Congress also. But during the Congress session held in Nagpur, December 1920, it was decided that all the leaders of Indian people and all the leaders of the Congress, they would participate in this NCM, it means in this non-cooperation movement. That's why non-cooperation movement, it was launched in 1920, but actively working, it is in 1921. Right? Hope so this thing is clear to all of you. Okay. Now, this is the most important point. Different strands within the movement. It means different people have different meaning related to the movement. This is the most important thing. Remember this thing. In this chapter, we will discuss this thing in many events, in many movements. And this would be important. Means if I'm participating in this movement, I have different meaning. If someone else participated in this movement, that person has different meaning. So different people participated in different in this movement. It means different people of different class. They participated in this movement, but the meaning of Swaraj of these different people, it is also different. There is not a single person whose aim to get independence. They have different meaning. We will discuss what was their difference. Now, dear student, January 1920, non-cooperation movement, it was started in a very active manner. Different people, they participated in it, and all wanted Swaraj. All people wanted Swaraj. Remember this thing. But if we think about Swaraj, every social groups, they had different meaning of Swaraj. Every social group, they have different meaning of Swaraj. People, those who participated in towns, they have different meaning. In villages, and you can say in the countryside, people participated in it, and they have also different meaning. Plantation workers, they also participated in it, and they had also different meaning. So, dear student, different people, they participated in it, and they had different meaning of Swaraj. So, first of all, let's discuss about the people who participated in towns, and you will get to know that what was the difference of their meaning of Swaraj. So, first of all, in towns, all the middle class, they participated. You well aware about the middle class in the first chapter of you can say that of history. Middle class, they are educated person, they gained you can say profit, and they have good money due to the trading and different professions. So in town, all the middle class, they participated in it. So when this movement was started, thousands of the students, they left government school and government college. This is the most important thing. Even the teachers, the principals, the headmasters, they resigned their services. Lawyers, they gave up their practices. Even council elections, these were also boycotted, just only except Madras. In Madras, non-Brahman people, they participated in it. Remember this thing. Only in Madras, people participated in the council election, and rest of the country, they were boycotted these elections. In Madras, all the non-Brahman people, they participated, and this time they thought that this would be a chance to them to win the election, and they would be in the power, because Brahman people, they also suffered due to the Brahman people. So that's why in Madras, council elections was accepted, but in all over India, council elections, they were boycotted, right? Foreign goods, these were also boycotted. Even liquor shops, they were picketed. It means that there was a crowd in front of the liquor shops so that no one could enter the shop. That's why the liquor shops, they were also picketed. Even foreign clothes, they were burnt in a huge amount. They were burnt in a huge amount. This was the most important thing. And this was happened during the non-cooperation movement in the town areas. Right? Now, dear student, let's discuss about the results. What would happen about due to this situation? So, dear student, import of the foreign goods, it has been half between 1920 to 1922. In 1921, there was a, you can say that foreign goods, it was the important amount is 102 crore, but it has become 57 crore. It was left only 57 crore. So the foreign goods import, it was half. Merchants and traders, they started to refuse to trade in foreign goods because reason is that because Mexican people, they did not want to use the foreign goods. That's why the merchant and traders, they refused to trade with them. Even people began to discard foreign clothes also, and they started to wear Indian clothes, that is khadi. That is khadi. So foreign clothes, they were also boycotted. Production of that Indian textile mills and handloom, it went up. It means the Indian industry, they were going to emerge, they were going to get main growth and development. Right? So this was the result of due to this non-cooperation movement. Right? But dear student, in towns, this movement become slow down. This movement become slow down. Let's discuss about the reason why this has become slow down. The student khadi, it was a very more expensive and poor people could not afford them. This is the basic thing. That's why they had to wear foreign clothes, because these foreign clothes, they are not so much expensive as khadi. So that's why poor could not afford khadi. They have to wear it again. Even alternative institution, they were very slow to set up. Indian institution must be there because there are many students and teachers who left the job, even lawyers, they left the practices also. So Indian institution, they were slow up to come up. So that's why students and teachers, they were started to join back government schools and colleges also. Even lawyers, they also joined back in the government courts also. So due to these limitations, this event, it has become slow down. It has become slow down. This is the most important thing. You have one important question that the movement, the non-cooperation movement, it has become slowed down. Why? Then you have to give the three answers. First of all, expensive khadi. Second one is the setting of the alternative institution, it was slowed down. And the most important thing, different people have different meaning related to Swaraj. These three important points would be the, you can say that region of this movement becomes slowed down. Right? I think so this concept is clear. Next topic would be the non-cooperation movement in the countryside, it means in the villages. We will discuss it in the next video lecture. Hope so whatever I have taught you today, it would be clear to all of you. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.